Hi, welcome to a quick overview on using clusters in Assembly Planner. Let's consider a simplified example of an automobile manufacturing assembly. Let's say we have 30 activities that are in combination of tasks related to installing doors, seats, center console, and the instrument panel. Now let's look at the same example but with clusters defined for these categories. So here we have four clusters defined for the four categories that I mentioned. So one of the first advantages of using clusters is when the view is crowded with multiple activities, and in some cases this can be hundreds of activities within each of these clusters. We could simply collapse a view and focusing on linking the actual cluster nodes instead. And this could really come in handy when we do not know the actual sequence of the each and every activities within these clusters, but we know the general sequence of these group of activities. The next and one of the biggest advantage of using clusters is when we have to resequence these activities. So now let's say we have decided to move door installation towards the end right after the center console installation. In clusters view, we could do it like this. That was just changing three links, whereas if we had to do the same without using clusters, we would have had to go through each of these individual links and then reassign the logical connections. While this may be a simple example, in a realistic scenario where there are hundreds of activities, this task could be really difficult. We can also define clusters inside other clusters. So now let's say the instrument panel installation and the center console installation are to be done in parallel. We could redo the links, something like this, or we can simply create a new cluster and let's call it dashboard installation. And simply drag and drop these two clusters inside the other cluster.